In today's game, it seems like running a good offense can come down to getting favorable switches, Doris.
It does, B.A. You see so many of the great teams, those competing for championships. What is their primary goal on offense? Find the weakest target defensively and go at them.
They've got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Sanders in at the 3 slot.
But the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
Pass to Boston, fires the 3. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
He's bringing a lot of energy to this offense, not letting the scoreboard discourage him right now.
And to me, he's just playing smart, efficient basketball, really helping his team hang around this one.
Here's Sanders. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. From downtown, Avdia pulls it in. Avdia's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, he went into the locker room with 1-3 to his credit, and he's still looking here for number 2.
Here's Martin. And Los Angeles, another 3.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Oklahoma City leading by 9. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, Shea showing no fear inside.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Here's Rowe. Yes, it's good.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Pass to Johnson. Outside, SGA. There's a screen by Johnson. Shea probing. Good on the shot. SGA's got 12 points in just the second half.
They are shooting the lights out and doing a good job of maintaining this lead.
Here's Rowe. Avdia from outside. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Blair's got 9 rebounds now.
You know, for this team to win games, he knows he's got to be much more efficient than he's been.
Johnson against Avdia. Pass to Blair. 6 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. That doesn't go either for SGA. Los Angeles trails by 11. Boston, the pass to Rowe.
Watch the screen.
Avdia outside. The 3. Rebounded by Blair. Blair's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Martin's got 7 rebounds in the game. For 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Sanders, the pass to Beck. There's the 3. He buries it from 3. Sanders has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Spacing the floor. That's his 3rd triple of the game and his 2nd in this half.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Richardson's checked in for Oklahoma City. Murray comes in for Johnson. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Pritchard. To win the cold spell. Lays it up and banks it in.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Here's Beck. Pass to Richardson. Here's Beck from deep. And he missed there. 4 for 8 shooting now so far. Avdia outside. And here's Pritchard. SGA covering. Now Martin. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Pritchard. Puts up a deep 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Well, when this game is over and done with, they'll be off to Utah to take on the Jazz. That's the first of a 3-game trip out on the road for them.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Avdia finds Pritchard. It's Martin on the wing. Shot's no good.
Been a tough stretch for this guy right now, looking a little out of sorts.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander drills a 3.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
For 3. Cleared away by Gilgeous-Alexander.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
Yes, sir, with the 3.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Now here's Pritchard. Takes a 3. Cash from downtown.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Sanders.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. The first free throw is good. Good on both. 1:46 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pritchard outside. Martin left side. Oh, he misses the layup. Oklahoma City leading by 17.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Thunder.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
That'll do it for this one. They've earned their 27th victory of the year tonight.
They were well prepared coming in and showed a real competitive streak.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
You look forward to playing with someone who doesn't just move the ball, but moves it with a purpose.
Now here's Johnson, and Martin comes to help. He's got it. His ninth make out of 15 tries.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Here's Martin. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by Blair. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 19-7 run. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Sanders, down low. And he bangs it home with one hand.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
So we see Oklahoma City get the win here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Kyrie, your offensive creativity is second to none. Talk about how you can integrate that into a team system.
It starts in our practice. It starts with our practice habits, getting our swing action, and practicing with a purpose. You know, whether it's shoot-arounds or walkthroughs, we're starting to show progress right there and just getting back to what we know, and that's executing on both ends of the floor and trusting one another.
The more you feel comfortable with this team and your teammates, the better the team will be, no doubt. Thanks, Kyrie.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
So, Stan, just for old time's sake, do you think the league should bring back the hand check? Do you miss it?
Well, look, Kevin, I think what the league's done with allowing freedom of movement has made this game a lot better than it was. I think the key, as it is in most things, is finding the balance where we're giving the defense a chance, not calling cheap fouls, but also not letting them just physically overpower each other.
They've got Edwards. Jaden Ivey is out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Allen. And it's Klintman in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now, here's Collins. Ayton up top. It's stolen by Allen. And here we go with Allen running it up the court.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Cummings kicks to Ayton. Back to Cummings. There's the drive. Stan, what advice would you give to coaches that are leading a struggling team?
Well, Kevin, I think the number one thing, whether you're leading a struggling team or a team playing really well or anything in between, is to just stay consistent. Keep working on the things that you know over time make teams consistent. Go out and talk about those things day in and day out and try to get your team to focus on those. Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
Pulls up, high post. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Edwards got 15 points here in the second half. Shoots from 14, and it's Seattle with another.
Yeah, and that mid-range shot is really Vassell's primary weapon.
Giddey surveying the D. High post try. The putback. Allen, that's good. Allen's got 4 points in the quarter.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Inside, here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Well, this is what they want from Ayton. Play big.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And Ayton throws it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Now, Ivy to the middle. Here's Klintman. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Devin Vassell. So both teams making some changes here. And in 2023, the NBA implementing a new player participation policy, Coach, trying to minimize unexcused absences for star players.
Kevin, I think it's huge for our game. Fans pay and watch TV to see the great players. And there's nothing more important in the league than that those guys being on the court on a consistent basis. And anything that the league can do and teams can do to ensure that, the better it is for everyone.
Ivy with the bucket.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Mitchell passes to Ayton. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's Harden. Pass to Ivy. Here's Stewart. He's guarded by Cummings. And Stewart gets it to go.
Wow, give Stewart room at the arc at your own risk. He'll stretch the floor whenever he can.
Here's Cummings. Up and in on the layup.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
Pass to Stewart. Here's Caffey. With the fadeaway. Will stand one expression you hear, foul baiting. players using sneaky tricks to draw a foul.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I'm not a huge fan of that, of guys developing that as a skill. But I will say this. It only works against undisciplined defense. If defense has the discipline to stay solid and fundamental, then you're not going to get baited into those things. And a lot of times, those foul baiters end up taking bad shots.
Now, here's Mitchell. Here's Asenge. To the paint. Here's Ayton. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Ayton's got 12 points in just the second half. And here's Hardy. Pass to Ivy. Now here's Hardy. Covered by Mitchell. Three-pointer. And that one's good. Caffey's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And here is Ayton. Here's Cummings. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Minnesota shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting at all cylinders. Pass to Hardy. Here's the three. Rebound by the Sonics. Ayton's got his fourth rebound in this one. Now, here's Mitchell. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Cummings against Ivy. Pass to Hardy. 1:21 left in the game. 6 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Whitehead will bring it up for Seattle.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Timberwolves.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they split their previous T games with.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Now here's Hardy. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And so long, everyone.
So it's Portland now. Pass to Thompson. Smith outside. To take the lead. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one.
That's his first 3 of the night. Maybe something to build on.
On the court for the Nuggets. Jake LaRavia's out there with Brandon Miller. Then it's Dimon, then it's Grady Dick, and it's Buzelis in at the 5.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from 3. Only had that 1 in the first half.
A nice shot by Smith. And now a 4-point Portland lead.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
Outside Dick. Pass to Miller. Here's Dimon. Lets it go from deep. Gonzalez pulls it in. Gonzalez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Quinn to the left wing. Smith passes to Reed. Portland moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. Quinn, no good. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. 4-point game. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Pass to LaRavia. Here's Dimon. Here's Buzelis. And here's LaRavia. Here's Dimon. LaRavia with a screen. Clock at 6. To the middle with 1 on the clock. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Pass to Quinn. And it's in there. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
He has been in a great flow tonight, converting at a high rate.
High arcing shot, and Miller puts it in. Miller's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
Here's Quinn. To the paint. Ooh, it's stolen away. Pass to LaRavia. Here's Dimon. Back to LaRavia. Now here's Dick to take the lead. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got rebound number 8 now. Now Smith going inside. And he comes up with a bucket.
And they've really relied on him down the stretch.
Denver trails by 4. LaRavia outside. Pass to Dimon. Miller outside. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Miller's got 22 points.
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Smith outside. Here's Quinn. The 3 is up. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
To the inside. Buzelis. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. Sohan's checked in for Portland. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Trailblazers.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
Yeah, they've clearly been the more physical team. And how about all those second chance points? What a concerted effort to pound the offensive glass.
Here's Quinn. Denver getting their last shot to go. With the floater. Rebounded by Denver. Demon's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Buzelis. Sohan covering. Pass to Dimon. Takes a 3. Sinks it from distance. And it's now just a 1-point Portland lead.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Here's Quinn. Reed. Smith. Money from three.
And that's his second three of the half. He is starting to cook from deep.
And so David Adelman calls for the timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. To hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. He said to his players, I believe in you. I know what we have. It was less about X's and O's and more about the team's identity. Guys, they play for one another.
Thanks for that, Allie. Yes, sir! It's good!
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I'm surprised because he's a guy you have to key on for something like that. You can't let him get one that easy.
Here's Quinn. Oh! Touches it off the glass.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Denver trails by 4. Shot from 12. Rebounded by Smith. Portland's shooting 54% from the field so far in this one. Oh, he can't hit it.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Here's Dimon. Quick two. All net.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
And here's Smith. Misses. And for Denver, they're shooting it well, almost 50% for the floor. To tie it up. Here's Dimon. They set a pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, he jammed it.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
What a big-time shot. Those are the moments you dream about as a kid.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Smith.
Hey, clashes with the larger defender and makes maybe the biggest shot of the game.
Well, he seized the moment right there. He felt like no one could stop him. Turns out he was right. And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
And they go to the intentional foul. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Big free throws right there to make this a 2-possession game.
And so David Adelman calls for the timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Here's Dimon. Can't hit the jumper. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
Good on the first. And that puts him up 5. He's off on the free throw. Unable to get the second one to drop. He launches. It's cleared away by Thompson. And now we've got an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. At the line for 2, Asar Thompson.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And he does get the second one. And that stretches their lead to 8. And so Portland takes the win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And that about wraps it up. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. And now, time for our player of the game, Nick Smith.